Hello my friends, I want to welcome you to this exciting lesson in Revit structure. In this lesson, I just want to continue from where I ended in one of the previous lessons. I am just going to link it on the card above there, so if you didn't watch it, you can go ahead and watch it. Alright, so in this lesson, I just want to proceed so that we just create the general arrangement drawing. We are going to create two, one for the foundation and one for one of the floors, and we are going to place those general arrangement drawings on our sheets. So if you like what I'm doing on this channel, the best way to motivate me, to encourage me to do more, is to subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell notification and share with your friends. All right, so let's proceed in this lesson. Now, before I proceed, I just want to invite all of you to my website, which is skillmaxcad.com. There are a number of courses in Revit structure, robot structure analysis, Revit architecture, and much more. Check it out. You might be interested in one of the courses that I've developed there. All right, so let's proceed by going to the top of footing. We create the general arrangement drawing for the foundation there. So you just need to go to the top of footing right here, double click there, and this is what we have. Now, the first thing that you need to do, of course, is to make sure that you hide the elevation markers. You just need to go to the extents under the properties right here, then come down and scroll down. You see that we have the extents. Now, here we have the crop view, and we also have the crop region visible. Just check the two boxes, and you're going to have this box right here. All right, so what you want to do is to just select the box and drag it like that. Select this box. It's already selected. Just drag it like that so that you can hide your elevation markers. Don't delete your elevation markers, otherwise you are going to delete your views right here. Click outside. Right, now you notice here that I think I have some shading here. I don't want, it's too dark. So I just need to come down here. If I want, I can use hidden line. Okay, or alternatively, I can just click there, go to shaded, then click there once again, go to graphic display options and click on lighting. I just want to increase the ambient light. Click on apply so that maybe the shading is not too dark. Let me remove the sun there. Click on apply and click on OK, and maybe I'm happy with what I have. Now, if you want, you can hide, the box there by just unchecking the crop region visible, and this is what we have. To add the dimensions, you just need to go to annotate and click on align dimension. You can see that it's selected even here. Right, now you just need to come here. And you see that if I just hover the cursor there, it highlights in blue, so I can pick this face and that face and just place my dimension there. Now, you notice that if I come under the properties, I'm just picking the default dimension styles here. I'm picking arrow fill 2.5 millimeters. These are the properties of this dimension. The arrow is filled, as you can see, then it's aerial, and it's 2.5 millimeter as the size. If I just click on, let me just first click there and click on edit type, I can just scroll down and check the properties. You can see the text size and the area, it's right here, so that is the text font, and you can change what you want, the color and everything, but we are just going to use the defaults. Right, let me also place a dimension there. Click that face, let's have it here. Click that face up to the grid there, then place it there. All right. Okay, so if I want, I can continue adding these dimensions one by one, but I'll just pick one, hold Control, select this one and that one, then click on copy or CO on your keyboard. Then you can pick it from this point and make sure that you have those dimensions just like that, so that we don't have to, to do these dimensions one by one. As long as the sizes are the same, you can copy these dimensions and simply place them there without a problem. Okay, so we have those dimensions. Okay, so here we are. Just click on modify to escape. We have our dimensions there. Right, now there's one thing that I want to do. I just want to create two base types, so I'll select this one. I just want to do these dimensions first. Just do it from the keyboard. Then I'll select on this one spacebar. I want to change the orientation. Click outside, pick this one spacebar, click. Then I'll select on it. I want to change this size to this one. Then select this one also, click there and change the size to that one. All right, because I just want to have two types. All right. Now you can proceed and add the dimensions there, but I'll not waste that time since you already know how to do it. I want to proceed to the to the annotations. So for the annotations, and maybe let me quickly go to annotation, align dimension, and just add some some more dimensions here. I'm just picking the grids just like that. I have this one, then I can pick this one and that one and have some dimension there. Also dimension, I'm just picking those grid lines, then add it there. You even notice that for the last one, the overall dimension, it's able to snap like that. Okay, then click there. Okay, now I'm good with my dimensions. Right, so to add the tags here, again go to annotate, but this time go to tag by category. All right, so click there and you notice that you're going to see it different here. Okay, and these are some of the options that we talk about later on. So for the tag, this is tag by category. Whichever category you hover your cursor on is going to pick that tag. All right, you notice here that if I go to the properties, leader line is not checked. If I check on it and I try to hover there, it's going to to show the leader. All right, so it depends on what you want to do. All right, if you don't want the leader, you can simply remove it. Now the orientation, we have the horizontal, vertical, and model. If I put model, it's going to put the annotation depending on the orientation of your the element where you're hovering your cursor. So I like putting it at model. I'll leave it there. Then I'll remove the leader line. All right, so if I just hover my cursor there, let me see that if I hover my cursor there, I'll continue. You see that it's picking the name for my bases, so I can continue adding those if I want. I'll show you how we can change the naming. That's how we do it. If you want to show the leader, it's entirely up to you, but I just want to show that you can add those. Then I'll change the name so that you see how we can quickly do that. So these are the bases. I'll click on modify. Now if I just select on this base, click on edit, it's picking the type. All right, this is the name that's speaking. I'll not go deeper into the tags because I want to make this lesson as simple as possible. If I want to change the name, I simply need to duplicate this type, right? Or rename. If I want, I can rename it or duplicate it. So let me simply rename it so that you see what is going to happen. Like for this one, it's going to be maybe base 1. Base 1, then click on OK and click on OK. Click outside, you see that all these have changed to base type 1. For this one, I can select on it, click on edit. Let me rename this one to base 2. Base 2 and click on OK. Then OK, you see that it will change. Now you notice here that it's in the center. If I want to change the orientation and also move it, I just need to select on one, right click, select all instances, invisible view. All right, so from here, orientation is model. Let me change it to vertical. Then what I'm going to do, I'll just use the right arrow on my keyboard, and I'm just using the right arrow on my keyboard so that I can have it maybe up to somewhere here. I can go deeper into the tag and make sure that I change the placement, but I don't want to, it will be complicated since this is a lesson for beginners. I want as much as possible to make it easy for beginners to see. Maybe let me just drag it on the other end where there's some space there. That is just the arrow on my keyboard, and I can have the naming there. All right. Now let's also tag our column there. So just go to annotate, tag by category. Now I'm picking the columns there. All right, so just pick that one, just picking the columns. Again, we are just going to rename. We want to make it as simple as possible for everyone to follow. Just like that. Like that. Okay, until we finish. And we are going to call it C1. These are the columns. We just rename the type name there because this tag is picking the type name. As I've said, I'll not go deeper into the tags. I'll click on modify and let me select this one. Or actually, you don't need to select this one. Make sure that you select the actual column, then click on edit. You see that it's picking that type name, 300 by 450, so one which is here. I'll just rename this one and I'll call it C1 and click on OK and click on apply. You see that it's all C1. Now I can select C1, right click and select all instances in visible view. Again, if I want, I can hover the cursor there and I'm just dragging. All right, I'm just holding the left wheel on my mouse and just place it there. You can see all these have moved up to there. All right, I didn't add on these. You can go ahead and add. Ideally, this is how you can proceed to add. Now if there is some description that you want to add there, you can go to annotate, just go to normal text and just click there. For example, you need to add some description here, you can just click there and type whatever you want from there, but I don't want to do that. I've already added what I want. I'll just cancel and I'm done with the GA for the foundation. You can add as much details as you want by using the just the normal text, as I've said from here, right? You can use a tag, you can use the dimensions, and you can do whatever you want to do from here. So we are done with this one. Let's go to, let me just go to south elevation and maybe let me go to level 2 so that we can also deal with level 2, a GA for level 2. Again, I'll do the same things. Just come down here, activate the 2 boxes and select the box, drag it here and also drag it there. I'll be a little bit faster because you already know now on what you're supposed to do. Right, then I'll uncheck one of the boxes. Then I'll also remove the spine direction symbol. I can simply delete it. I don't need it. Then I think the shading is too much. Just go there, then change from the lighting there, remove the sun, and I just want to have it up to somewhere here. Maybe I need to go further and further, apply. Okay, maybe I'm happy with what I have. Let me remove the shadow, the sun once again, apply. Okay, so I need to activate the smooth lines with anti-aliasing and change the silhouettes to medium lines. The shadows here, I don't need the shadows. Okay, let me drag it here, click apply and click OK. Maybe the lines are too dark. Let me remove this one to 9, apply. Okay, all right, so I think I'm happy with what I have. I have those columns there, the beams hidden because there is a slab on top, so I'm happy with what I have. All right, so again, just go to annotate, align dimensions to add the dimensions. Again, I'll not talk so much here because I already explained on what you're supposed to do. I'm just adding those dimensions as quickly as possible. Right, then I can add the final dimension just there, some quick dimensions, and this one and that one, and add it somewhere here. All right, okay, so I just want now to add the beams here. Depending on the naming of your beams, for example, I'll just assume that all these beams are okay. Maybe now there's one thing that I want to tell you. These beams that we have, they are added as single beams from column to column. All right, there are those who would like to name this beam from this point up to that point as a continuous beam and give one name. In that case, what you can do, you can decide to apply a beam from there all the way up to there as one without splitting it on the columns. All right. Alternatively, instead of using a tag by category, because a tag by category will just place the name for that particular beam. So an alternative is for you to just use text. If I go to annotate, I'll just pick there and add a text so that it describes this beam maybe as beam 1 and this one beam 1. If I want this beam and that beam as beam 2, I just use normal text. But if I want to use tags, then I can either model the beam from there up to there as one, or just have it one by one from column to column. But in that case, I need to click on tag by category, and I'm just going to have those tags like that. So you just need to decide on what you want to do. Really, detailing is different in different parts of the world, so I can't tell you one method. I have to explain all the methods, and now you just need to pick, you know, the best option for you according to your office standards. All right, so I'll leave it like that and have this. And the other reason why I have to tag these one by one, why I create my models like this, where I have to place the beams from column to column, the reason is that I use robot structure analysis for analysis and design. And once you model your beam from there up to the end, you're going to have some errors. So the beams have to be from column to column so that this beam can transfer the loads to this column and that column. As an engineer, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to differentiate these beams. If you have maybe, for example, this one, if maybe, let me change the, okay, I think let me change. I'll select this one, hold control, select this one, hold control, select that beam, this beam, and that beam. I want to change the size, maybe to the next one. All right, like that. The naming will also change. Just this one, maybe even this one, so that these should be the same beams. Holding control and just selecting, then go to properties and pick that type as a size. All right, so now as I did for the bases and the columns, I can just select one, click on edit. Now if I want to change, maybe I'll call this one beam 1. I can do that. Maybe it's using the type name, so I can just rename here. Now what you put there is entirely up to you. So maybe beam 1, and maybe I'll say maybe 300 by, or maybe let me just leave it there. You can do the naming of the beams according to how you do it. So for me, that is okay. Click OK and everything looks perfect. Now for this one, it will be called beam number 2. So I'll select the beam, click on edit, just rename. I'm just using the type name. This tag is picking the type name. Later on in one of the advanced or intermediate lessons, we'll talk about the tags and how we can, you know, customize the tags, you know, pick different parameters if you don't want to pick the type name. But for now, this is good enough. So I'll call this one as beam 2 and just click on OK and OK, and you see that it's right there. So we are good. We are good, and this is what we have. So we have this view, we also have this view. Let's see how we can quickly place these on our sheets. Right, so you just need to come down here. You see that we have the sheets right here. I can select on that. Now if I go to view right here, we also have the sheets. So you can either click there or go down there, right click and click new sheet. It's still the same. I'll just click there. Now from here, you see that we have new sheet and we just have A1 metric, A4 and none. We're going to pick A1 metric. You can go to your, you know, to your library and load the new sheet, but we already have this one. So I'll just click on it and click on OK. And this is the sheet. We are not going to change anything here. Just want to show you how you can place your views here. So just go to the view you want to place on your sheets. For example, it's this one. Then hold your left mouse and drag it. Release your mouse and you see you can have it here. Perfect. Click outside. We have our view on the sheet. Then go to the next one. It was level 2. Select on it. Place the cursor there, hold your left mouse and release the mouse here, and see that we have another sheet, and you can even align it like that and click. So this is what we have. Now maybe let me delete this. Let me maybe use this is maybe too big. Let me insert another sheet. Click there, go to new sheet this time, then load. Okay, now click that arrow there, go to the libraries and go to English, go to UK because that is the one that I loaded. Then go to title blocks, and I'm looking for, we have A3, this one right here. Click on open. It's loaded right here. As you can see, this is how you can load your sheet that you want. This is the default template. Everything is there. If you are following this lesson, click on open and we have it like this. Since we just have two views, I've decided to use A4. Now don't ask me that why using A3. Me, in our region, we use A1. It's entirely up to you. I'm just trying to teach you on how you can do these things. So select on that, hold your left mouse and now drag it here. Hey, let's hope it's going to fit. Just click there. Okay, click outside. Then level 2, hold your left mouse, drag it. Let me have it here. I think these views are too big. So since these are too big, I'll simply double click within there. Within the sheet there, you can still start editing things by just double clicking. Then maybe I know I want to use 1 to 100, but maybe for the sake of this lesson, I'll click on custom, and maybe don't ask me that why using that scale. I'll maybe 1 to 80. This is not a standard scale, but I just want to fit it here. Don't ask me that question, please. Oh, it should be 1 to maybe 120. Just want to make sure that this one can fit here. I know it's not a standard scale, so don't be surprised. Then I can maybe drag it up to somewhere here. Then this one will fit at 1 to 100, so I'll just drag it up to somewhere here. Perfect. Now you can see that we have this line. If I just select on it, you see that there's a dot at the end. I can hold your left mouse, drag it there, click outside, select on it, drag it up to somewhere there. Perfect. Select on it, that is a viewport. Then drag, hold your left mouse, drag it up to here, click outside, then select on the actual level there, and let me place it even somewhere here. All right, select, click outside. I can click on it and just use the arrow on my keyboard to just move it up to somewhere here, click outside. Perfect. So here we are, and this is how you place your views on your sheets, how you create your general arrangement drawing. So if you like what I'm doing on this channel, I encourage you to like my video, share with your friends, and subscribe. If you motivate me like that, then I'll do more and more detailed tutorials on this channel. See you in some more lessons.